Hey, thanks for having the chance of meeting with us again. I want to reintroduce myself. As you know, I'm the lead engineer for the entire project here at General Motors. I want to introduce you again to our CEO, Mr. Chris, our assistant manager, Ms. Savannah, and our lead lawyer here at GM, Ms. Fernanda. I want to welcome you again, operations and lead sales team at Intel Corporation.
Okay, our main objective is we want you to provide us with semiconductors. We want to establish a good relationship with you, our providers, and to imply we want to buy all the semiconductors we need to you, Intel. And the meaning of that, but we want lower cost and lower shipment cost too. So it can be beneficial to us, and that's all.
Yeah, as you know, especially since the pandemic, we had a old provider. However, due to the different issues with the supply chain and everything, we were forced to look for new options. And your proposals and products obviously attracted us, since you have a really good record in the past with the processors, semiconductors, and other electronic products. So we want to have the chance to work with you.
Yeah, the most part that we are interested in is that to get a long-term contract with you as a suppliers for us to be more confident and more secure with our clients and with our production for each year. So for that, we want to negotiate an external with you as a supplier, so we can do a contract of, I think, like long term and with a very good relationship. So for that, I think Ivana is going to talk about our main object.
Yeah, we wanna have a secure supplier of semiconductors, because the last one we didn't have like a safe one. We just have someone who gave us semiconductors, but we want to create a long-term relationship with you guys so we can have stability with the semiconductors and no problems in the future.
So the ideal time frame we want to work with is ideally 6 to 8 years. Why? As you know, here in the car industry, we usually hand out our vehicles in generations. So approximately that's going to be what it's going to last at the current rate that we're changing new models and upgrading every so years. So that would be ideal, 6 to 8 years.
Okay, and telling you with all honesty, our set price with our last provider was $550 per vehicle. That's what we were spending. We would like to reduce that by 20%. Is that possible? And we know that Intel is located in the United States. With that, we hope that you make the semiconductors in the United States, lowering the cost of shipment and transportation.
I think this will be you.
Pardon?
This will be all, or you have more information about it?
This is our introduction to
Yeah, we going to talk about a little risk or benefits that we might have or that you may be interested in. Like for us is like we want to stop to depending for a very variety of suppliers and be more confident in one only relationship that we can work on. So for that, we think that you are the best option for us because all your history and background. So for that, we want to get out that risk of be with a variety of suppliers and moving for just one supplier, and that will also our benefit is like your quality and your products and or your semiconductors is very important for us, the quality and our vehicles. So we want for that in our contract, and obviously like the market volatility. So we want the financial market to be defined and the rate, so which price of the asset raise and fall. So I think that it's time to talk about financial and prices.
Okay, like I already mentioned, the cost of per vehicle that we make is $550. Approximately, we make 2.6 million vehicles every year. It depends on the market. That's a total of $1,430,000,000 that we can invest in your semiconductors to improvement, and that is what we're looking for to invest, so that you can provide us with the semiconductors, all our needs, and we can stop rescheduling every new vehicle we put into production.
Okay, that will be the questions.
Yeah.
So I have a concern about the volume and frequency of the orders. How are your orders distributed throughout the year?
So normally what we manage is one order every trimester. So in this case, since our approximate yearly volume for vehicles is 2.6 million, so let's take that really quickly and by 4. So that would be around 650,000 vehicles every trimester. So that would be the approximate order volume every trimester.
I don't know if any of you have questions about it.
Yes, I do have one question. Like Ms. Fernandez says, the market has a lot of volatility, and that create a lot of variations in the demand. In this case, what flexibility do you have?
So we do manage around a 10% volatility in our orders, especially in some of our brands like Cadillac, which do have a little less amount of production due to since it's a higher price target market. Obviously, we don't need as much semiconductors. However, we do have some stock for our other brands. That's why we consider at least 10% volatility, around 10-15%.
Now, I do have a question on the collaboration and support itself. Are you interested in collaborating with R&D projects?
Yes, and actually in our first proposal that we sent over to you by fax, we actually did include the fact that one of our values as General Motors is we love innovation, we love to collaborate. So we are very interested in, if you allow us to, get us that opportunity. If any research that we make between your semiconductors, your processor, your technology with our vehicles, that we both have a chance to take advantage of whatever new advancements we're able to do, especially since we are aware that most of your products are focused on computers and mobile phones. However, if you want to enter this new market, especially in vehicles, we can share a lot of our know-how, since we do have a long track history working in the industry. As you know, we're one of the biggest conglomerates in the United States and the world. So we think it's very beneficial for Intel to have this new opening to another market and get monetary benefit as well. Since we propose to you that any discoveries, any patents that may be created, we will be able to share as two companies.
Okay, so I have another question in the same topic about the communication and collaboration support. So how do you prefer to manage communication and problem solutions?
So as a communications, we currently internally have what we call internal communication systems. So this would be systems like Google Teams, Instant Messaging. We also have our email support and normal meetings we have every so often, depending on the department, obviously. So the ideal for us as to be effective on our time shares and obviously not disrupt as much your company's own meetings. The ideal is either through video conference, video call. You can also arrange meetings where we're only talking through the phone, or as you know, we can just fax or email. That would be ideal.
Well, I have a last question just to complement my last one. The number that Mr. Reyes said is about like 600 orders. It includes already the stock that you mentioned.
Yes. So the trimestral orders, as I previously mentioned, are approximately 650 million. Sorry, 650,000. Our annual orders are 2.6 million. This considering average price of each vehicle semiconductors and technology would be as of our last provider 550 million. And we multiply this annually, this would be 1.4 billion. As of annual order, as our CEO previously mentioned, we are looking to try and reduce that since we are working with such a large order. I believe we can continue on to that next, if that's all the questions.
No.
You have?
No.
No, I don't think.
Well,
I don't know if we have a relationship like more often. Are you guys willing to make us a volume discount? Like if you saw or how like the semiconductors with us work, like in the future you may make us a volume discount. I don't know if you are willing to.
well, Mr. Cruz says that your last supplier gives you the per vehicle 550
No.
the semiconductors, and you want a 20% discount, and you already want
No,
more.
no,
That's
the.
the
That's
the
what I
same.
mentioned.
That's the same.
Yeah, I think that we as a General Motors are a company with all the history and background of quality. I know that these last years maybe be a little deficit, but we want to change that with you as a company and as a supplier and with our relationships. And for you as a benefits, you can get access to Roy Electric and automotive vehicle market. I think that maybe you're not full in, so maybe you can start with us and to get in the market of vehicles and automotive. Then that be a strong business relationship with a major auto market, so that we can and start with your history in with auto would be market. Obviously, an opportunities for collaborate in innovation in maybe in the future with maybe with other products, maybe not just semiconductors, maybe with others, and we can negotiate later or in the future if we have a very good relationship and a very good long-term contract. So I think that is all in my part. I don't know if any of my team here want to
Great, we really appreciate all your proposals and it is gonna be considered. But we fall into the conclusion that it will be necessary to schedule another appointment later to get into more details and to see the effectiveness of this collaboration, but we'll take that in mind. Is that okay?
Okay, yeah, thank you very much.